Why are failures more meaningful learning experiences than successes?
I think failures are important because they tell you what not to do in the future. Success sometimes can come as a result of many other things that have nothing to do with you. We can dumb into success. So, in some respect, you get the reward without the learning. So, in some respect, it's very hard to, it could be a challenge to replicate it because you don't really know why it happened in the first place. With failure, a lot of times you kind of know why you failed. So you can say, you know what, I learned something from that. So I'm not going to go back and do A, B, C, D things again because you know what, in that environment that didn't really work or wasn't the right time or whatever the situation might have to be. One of the challenges I had this year was obviously building out a team, and I identified, what I thought was a really strong person to work with me in one of our cities. Turned out to have not worked out at all, and it was a failure in the sense that I kind of spent some time going through this process until it kind of dawned on me. It was like, you know what, this isn't really the right fit. Great person, but not the right fit for where I am in my cycle of building this. So a great resource is not being utilized in the right way. So then I had to turn around and kind of backtrack from that decision, but then that put me in a better position ultimately to meet a great team and identify great assets that were great assets, right place, right time, and everything went so much smoother from there. So that initial failure slash setback put me in a better position to identify resources that ultimately were the best resources. So you have to kind of have those moments where it's like, oh man, what am I doing here? And you have to be able to also you have to recognize when you have failed. That's also critical. You can't just keep throwing, good money after bad. You have to be able to kind of cut bait and say, you know what, this is not working out, and course correct and go in a different direction. So I think failure teaches you to do those things quickly.